Greetings, everyone. This is Terry Naturally with another edition of Terry Talks Nutrition. We're here every weekend, same time, same station. You can't miss us. And I'm happy that you're joining us every weekend. And when you can't join us live, you can always go to my website, terrytalksnutrition.com, and go into the radio show section, and you can listen to any radio show that's archived there for your enjoyment, like on demand, at your convenience. You can pull up a radio show anywhere, anytime, and take it with you. If you're hiking, walking, riding a bike, in your car, wherever you go, you can take one of our shows with you. So take advantage of it. We're not just here live. We archive them for you so you can go in and listen anytime you want. Now, if you want to listen live anywhere around the world, go to our same website, terrytalksnutrition.com, and click on live on Saturday, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. And you can change your times that you're going to be on the same time we are here in the Central Standard Time in the USA. So now that takes a big adjustment for many people around the world. I have a lot of listeners in Australia. Go figure. I don't know why, but we have a lot of listeners in Australia, in the UK, Germany, around the world. It's very interesting because I get emails from people in the UK, in Australia, in Germany. I have had a few from India. So somehow it's getting spread across the country, across the world. I know I have to pinch myself to believe that. It's amazing. Here's our little radio program, Terry Talks Nutrition, in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And we're listened to around the world. It's amazing. People want to be healthy. People do not believe in the drugs. They want to have a natural solution. They want a natural remedy. They don't want to be drugged. They don't want conventional medicine. Too many side effects. And we're going to talk about one of those drugs today. We're going to talk about the bad side effects, the adverse effects of Ozempic. Boy, if you watch any amount of TV, in that little bit of time, you're going to see an ad for it. You're going to see ads for all of these drugs that help you lose weight. Some have been approved, some have not been approved. But they have many side effects. We want to bring you up to date on Ozempic. But we'll talk about a lot of other good things as well. We're going to talk about a protocol to reduce your stress and anxiety and maybe even depression. And we're going to talk about how to stop cancer with the keto diet. The keto diet is a diet that will change your metabolism, change your body chemistry. Food is powerful. Every bite of food you take, you consume, is going to talk to your cells in a healthy way or an unhealthy way. Food drives your health. And some dietary food supplements can also be helpful to fill in the gap of the food that may be missing vitamins and minerals. So we can do both. But diet is number one. Diet is your foundation of good health, not drugs. Although I'm not against drugs when they are there necessarily for saving your life, but they're not there to make you healthy. And as long as you keep taking drugs, you're going to get more side effects that might require more drugs. It's a merry-go-round. You never get off. There's no brass ring. There's no golden ring. You're just going to ride around on the drug merry-go-round. Get off. I hope you do that with your doctor's approval. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you to go off your drugs. I want you off your drugs because I think it's the best thing for you. You don't need drugs to be healthy. But that's where you come into play. You've got to make the decision that you want to be healthy and want that bad enough that you'll sacrifice what you have to sacrifice to get there. That means you need to get up junk food. You need to get up some pleasurable foods that you love because they make you feel good, because they taste good, because they're convenient, because there's a good price. Food is our best medicine. Don't ever forget that. Food is our best medicine. We need it every day, several times a day, maybe more for some people. But the keto diet corrects a lot of mistakes that we make. We need to get rid of sugar entirely and drastically reduce the amount of refined carbohydrates, white flour, sugar, rice, white rice, grains. They're bad for us. They're too high in carbohydrates, and 95% of them are refined, so it doesn't take very much for the body to absorb the refined carbohydrates and convert to sugar. So not only are we eating too much sugar, we're eating too many carbohydrates that eventually will convert very quickly, like eating a potato, a baked potato. Sounds innocent, right? Sounds great. Well, that's worse than eating a candy bar because of the glycemic index, as how fast those carbohydrates are absorbed into your body, which upsets your insulin production. We need insulin to take the sugar, take the carbohydrates, and shuttle it to the cells to burn as energy. But we eat so much carbohydrates and sugar, we don't have enough insulin. And then our cells become resistant to the insulin. So if we can stabilize one of the most important hormones anywhere in our body is insulin. And we have to balance that, lower that, so it doesn't take out so much sugar, because it can't handle the amount that we're eating. 100 years ago, we were eating 4 or 5 pounds of sugar per individual per year. Now, I've seen a variety of statistics today as to how much sugar we're eating today. And I saw anywhere from 150 pounds of sugar a day to 250 pounds of sugar per day, per year for each individual. Now, many of you listening, I know you have given up sugar. Oh, don't cross your fingers. That's not going to work. Really, truly, you've got to give up sugar. Now we're up to such a high level of sugar, it's unbelievable. And that's why we have so much illness. And that's why we have obesity. And that's why we have such unhealthy Americans. Then all those fat cells are not healthy. And they in itself are like little vehicles that transport unhealthy hormones, unhealthy functions. So get off all the sugar and lower the carbohydrates. That's what the keto diet does. It emphasizes high quality protein, plenty of really good quality fats, not seed oils, not vegetable oils, but good quality fats like olive oil, butter, cream, lard, bacon grease. All those are good fats, along with pecan oil, macadamia nut oil, avocado oil. These are premier oils. Olive oil is my favorite. It's the best. There is no oil that can do what olive oil does. Absolutely nothing. Olive oil is the king of the oils. We're also going to talk about getting ready for the flu season. Oh, it's coming. What can we do to prevent the flu? And we'll talk about how grapeseed extract affects colon cancer. And actually, we'll talk about why an egg a day may keep you away from having diabetes. And then there is a special herb, one of the most expensive spices in the world, saffron. What do we know about saffron? And then let's take a closer look, not at cholesterol. Cholesterol is our friend. Cholesterol is a nutrient. I don't think our body would make a substance like cholesterol and then have it be bad for us. Why would it be instilled in our body that we have an enzyme that produces cholesterol? And that cholesterol is made to produce all of our hormones, vitamin D. Every cell in the body has cholesterol. Every cell in the body. It's made for it. It's healthy. It keeps the cells in a healthy condition. And it does not protect you from heart disease or heart attacks or strokes. No way. If you take too much cholesterol, if you have too much cholesterol, it's not going to hurt you. 50% of all the people that die from a heart attack have low cholesterol. Cholesterol is not the enemy. It's your friend, and don't deny it. Don't try to lower your cholesterol. At one time, they thought 300 on the scale of cholesterol was healthy. Then they dropped it to 240. All in the recommendations of the drug companies. Then they dropped it to 200. So when you go into the doctor's office and they find it at 202 or 205, oh, we got to get it down. Or if it's at 280, they will blow a gasket. Why have they dropped it from 300 to 200? Because that increases the amount of people in the United States that would require a prescription to lower cholesterol. Money, 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 money. Not health, health, health. So follow the money and you'll know why you're being blindsided, why you're being misdirected. So we have so much to share with you today. I think we should jump right into it. So let's talk about a protocol that can actually reduce your stress and anxiety. And why do you want to reduce your stress? It's not just being flustered and being pressured and being stressed out, but almost half of Americans have experienced the negative effects of stress on the body. Why? Well, stress can cause intestinal problems, indigestion, bloating, diarrhea, sleep problems, you can't fall asleep at night, insomnia, heart problems like high blood pressure, mental health issues like depression and anxiety, chronic health issues including diabetes and obesity. One recent study even reported that chronic stress can more than double your risk of dying from cancer. So I'm sure people that have cancer have stress. Just the stress of, what am I going through? What does my future look like? The doctor wants to do chemotherapy, radiation. Should I not? These are all stressful events. And the report actually reported that chronic stress can double the risk of dying from cancer. So when you're trying to get well, and you can get well even if you have cancer, believe me, I know many people that have. They change their lives. They change their lifestyle choices. They change their environment. and they're living way beyond what doctors told them that they would live. So how do you protect your body against stress? Well, your brain goes through stress as well. And chronic stress raises inflammation in the brain, which increases, the risk of mental diseases, including dementia and depression, along with Alzheimer's disease. Now, what do we do about that? Well, curcumin. I think you all know what curcumin is. It reduces inflammation in the brain, clinically studied for depression, anxiety, and dementia, with very positive reports. B vitamins, low levels of the B vitamins are linked to increased risk of anxiety, depression, stress. Depletes all B vitamins. And they're water soluble. So it doesn't take very much to deplete the body of the B vitamins. And then omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA. Low levels of DHA are linked to depression, ADD, ADHD, and dementia, and then hormonal response. The adrenal glands, the glands that fight back under stress, they try to keep a normal balance in our body. So the adrenals are very, very important for reducing stress. And their hormones of DHA, DHEA, and cortisol are critical to normal stress response in the adrenal glands. Adrenal extract supports normal hormone production by the adrenal glands. DHEA is a hormone from the adrenals that plays a critical role in the stress response and direct effects on stress and anxiety. PEA, 3 letters that represent a 21-letter word that is, to me, unpronounceable. So let's just call it P. PEA. Not a vegetable, not the green peas. P. It's an acronym for the 21-letter word. But P protects against chronic inflammatory states and stress, and is shown to improve mood and reduce anxiety symptoms. Angustifolia, Echinacea angustifolia, reduces anxiety and stress quickly and safely for kids. Not any echinacea will work. Echinacea primarily is what herbalists will tell you is good for cold and flu. Echinacea has been used around the world. It's an American plant, angustifolia. It was grown in North America, but highly praised by the European community for a herb for cold and flu. That's because it contains a very high level of polysaccharides. Polysaccharides are plant sugar molecules that will boost our immune system, fight against cold and flu. But for anxiety and stress, echinacea also contains a group of compounds or molecules that are called alkaloids. So the alkaloids are extracted out of the echinacea, and you only need about 20 milligrams 3 or 4 times a day. Maybe 20 milligrams once or twice in the morning, 20 milligrams once or twice at night. And it really reduces anxiety and stress very, very quickly. For some, actually it cures stress and anxiety. For others, it takes the edge off. Just depends on the individual, the degree of stress and anxiety, but it works. But don't just buy Echinacea angustifolia. That's for cold and flu. Research in Europe shows it's much more effective than Tamiflu. But look for the alkemide complex from echinacea. Now, Ozempic. We have a pandemic of Ozempic. Who isn't talking about Ozempic today? I mean, these days, you can see it on TV throughout the day. It's a big moneymaker. And it wasn't designed to help people lose weight. But when people started losing weight, that's part of the whole advertisement. So people that can't lose weight, they're going to jump on a drug and have the drug help them through it. But you know, drugs have side effects. Keto diet does not have side effects. The keto diet will help you lose weight more effectively than the drug. Absolutely, more effectively than the drug. And you don't have side effects. But people want to take the easy way out. They want to eat all the junk, all the garbage, all the desserts, and take an injection and lose weight. Ozempic and other GLP-1 drugs lower blood sugar levels and induce weight loss. When you regulate blood sugar levels, you're going to lose weight. No question about it. You're going to lose weight. And you can do that with the keto diet because you are voluntarily giving up sugar. Because you're going to lower your sugar levels. You're not going to eat as many carbohydrates. You're not going to eat junk foods. And you're going to eat less vegetables and starches that turn to sugar in the body. And you're going to eat more protein and more fat. And you don't get fat from fat. That's completely erroneous. Now, these weight-inducing drugs, weight loss drugs, they slow stomach emptying and intestinal transit time, as well as the absorption of carbohydrates, so you feel full longer. Keto diet does the same thing. Then they cause the pancreas to push out more insulin after you have eaten to process the sugar and reduce spikes in the blood sugar levels. You won't need to do that on the keto diet. And most of these drugs and the people using the drugs will lose weight. And the keto diet does the same thing. Now, these medications are making billions of dollars for the drug manufacturers. And the GLP-1 drugs are expected to be the best-selling category of prescription medications in 2024, with total global sales of $50 billion. They spend more money on advertising than they do on the science. Get that. Drug companies need to spend more money on advertising than they do on science. Now, Ozempic, the list price for a month's treatment is about $1,000. People will spend $1,000 even when insurance won't cover it to lose weight. The keto diet costs you nothing but the food that you buy to stay on the keto diet. The keto diet is a diet that will make your body so healthy that you'll feel like you are back 20 or 30 years. Seriously. I have followed the keto diet for about 10 years. It's amazing what it does for you. You have more energy. You feel better. You don't come down with the cold and flu. You are just much more healthy. Keto diet. Google the keto diet and find out more about it. In fact, go to the website, dietdoctor.com. Dietdoctor.com. Now, here are some of the adverse effects of Ozempic. Well, I better take a break here. I'm at the bottom of the hour, and I see we're coming up with some commercials, so I want you to take a pause And I need to take a pause. So we're going to come back right here with Terry Talks Nutrition. I'm Terry Naturally. And we're going to be talking about the adverse effects of these drugs like Ozempic. Wouldn't you want to know what you're getting into and what you can expect? If you're taking a drug, the drug companies don't care what happens to you. And you're not going to lodge a lawsuit against them. It's your choice. It's your choice. Your choice of food or drugs. That's your choice. So we'll come back right here. I'm Terry Naturally. This is TerryTalksNutrition.com. Welcome back, my friends. This is Terry Naturally with another portion of our Terry Talks Nutrition radio program. We are bringing you the news of health and nutrition. Some of the news the drug companies don't want you to know. Because when you take a drug, sometimes you don't even take a look at the leaflet that tells you all of the side effects. So there are many side effects to Ozempic. You should know them. If you're going to be taking a drug, that's your choice, not my choice for sure. I would never take a drug, only if my life depended on it. And my life does not depend on taking drugs. My life depends on taking food, which is your most powerful medicine, and dietary supplements to be healthier. Now, the common side effects of Ozempic for everyone: nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, constipation, and or actually diarrhea. It can go either way. Some people will experience constipation, others may experience diarrhea. Now, there are less common but serious side effects. Stomach paralysis. That doesn't sound very good. And by that I mean food sits so long in the stomach, it can form a hard mass. Oh, that sounds gross. Triggering unstoppable vomiting. Ooh, who'd want that and live a good life? How are you going to go to work with unstoppable vomiting? Leading to dehydration. It does not sound like I want to go that way. Take the chance and start using the keto diet. You can eat all you want of the foods that you're allowed to eat. You don't have to walk away from the table hungry. You can have a large portion of meat, fish, chicken, duck, any kind of meat, which is the most powerful, healthy protein for your body. Plant protein is not. All these plant proteins on the market, they're not healthy. Why does anybody want to go on a plant diet? It's not healthy. There are so many toxic elements in plants that they're not healthy. So using a GLP-1 drug increases the risk of stomach paralysis by up to 66%. Boy, that does not sound good. Now, there are some really major concerns for the older adults from these drugs. Cause a loss of muscle mass. Well, that's not the way we want to go. We want to build muscle mass. We want to strengthen and tone up our muscles. We want to be able to get out of a chair without someone helping us out of the chair. It won't be long they're going to make a lazy boy that shoots you out of the chair. Not just dumps you out, but shoots you out. That's the only way some people can get out of a chair. So these cause loss of muscle mass. You won't be able to walk as well. You won't be able to do the things you'd like to do because you just don't have the strength. And not just weight. Most older adults are already struggling with age-related loss of muscle mass. We lose muscle mass every decade of our lives. Take a look at someone who is 20, 25, 30, and the things they can do. Amazing. We want to bring that youthfulness back to our aging bodies. And you're not going to do it with a drug like Ozempic. You're going to lose more muscle mass. We lose it anyway. Take someone who is 80 or 90. Boy, they're not going to run like somebody who's 30. They're not going to climb a mountain like somebody who's 30. They're not even going to go on a tour like somebody who is 30. They dance around. They got agility. They got a mobility. They can do anything. When you're 80, you're just creeping along, shuffling along. But you don't have to. You don't have to. You can get on the keto diet and start building muscle. Not a bodybuilder. You're not going to have big muscles. You're going to have strong, healthy muscle mass, strong bones. That's what you want. These drugs are not going to do that for you. And they interact with many other medications. 80% of older adults take at least 2 prescription drugs daily. And all these drugs, these GLP-1 drugs, are not covered by Medicare when prescribed for weight loss. So the out-of-pocket expense can be quite significant. It's not worth it, folks. If you think drug is your answer to losing weight, you're hitting your head against the wall. Never going to happen. We've gone through this all the time. A new way to lose weight. A new dietary supplement to lose weight. They don't. It's your preparation of food and the food you select that can change your body chemistry so you lose weight naturally. You've got to inhibit sugar. You've got to stop the cascade of carbohydrates into sugar. It's that easy. Now, maybe it's foreign to you, but you can learn to do it. It's not rocket science. It's just natural progression to a healthier body. Now, guess what they are talking about? If you go on Ozempic, you'll never have the same butt. Spelled with 2 T's. B-U-T-T. Your butt is not going to be the same. Now, what they found out by using Ozempic, losing weight so quickly, the significant weight loss can cause a saggy, flat behind. They also have thought about that it increases the risk to do the same to the face. The face and the butt will start sagging from such a fast weight loss that you won't be able to prevent the sagginess of the flesh. It's also called Ozempic face, Ozempic butt. Any rapid weight loss changes, the skin cannot adjust quickly enough. And the skin, due to loss of collagen, elastin, and essential nutrients, the skin will lose droopy, baggy skin and dryness and a dull complexion. If you take the GLP-1 medication, absolutely get a good quality daily multi. You need more vitamins and minerals. You got to shore up your muscle tone, your skin texture, and then replenish with fatty acids like omega-7 is especially important for keeping the skin hydrated because the Ozempic dries out the skin significantly, not just dry. And then consider additional glucosamine, chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid to help keep skin firm and tight. These are all great ideas and possibly save your health and how you look. Who wants a saggy butt? Well, not many people will see it, but I wouldn't want a saggy face either. The keto diet. There's so much research on the keto diet for mental and physical health. If you want to change your health, change your diet. And the choice is the keto diet. The Mediterranean diet and the paleo diet are great too, but they don't have the impact that the keto diet does. Now here's some new research on the keto diet. And you know we are spelling the keto, K-E-T-O, for ketogenic diet. Now here's the new research on the ketogenic diet and pancreatic cancer. The keto diet preventing and helping pancreatic cancer survivors. Researchers tested the anti-cancer effects of the ketogenic diet. They used an animal model of pancreatic cancer. They combined the keto diet with a new drug, still in clinical trials, that targets the energy pathway used by the pancreatic cells to grow. When the new drug and the keto diet were combined, the cancerous tumors could not grow. They stopped growing. The keto diet inhibited the growing of tumors. Now just think, there is really good scientific studies right now based on studies at City of Hope Hospital Cancer Center above Los Angeles, about an hour and a half north of Los Angeles, one of the premier cancer clinics in the world. And they have found out that curcumin, grapeseed extract, andrographis, melatonin, and berberine, and pancreatic cancer. Now, taking one or two or three or four of these natural herbal compounds that have been proven scientifically that they inhibit the growth of tumors better than a drug, better than the drug. And then if you add the keto diet, there is so much hope for cancer patients. But we don't get that from the cancer centers anywhere or oncologists. They're afraid of the keto diet. They're afraid of supplements. But actually, it's been proven these supplements that I've already mentioned, tested at the City of Hope Hospital, have proven to be more effective than drugs, and when combined with chemotherapy, was more powerful, the combination of a natural alternative with the drug. So these tumors stop growing. In 2023, researchers tested the ketogenic diet, in patients with advanced cancer, stage 3 and 4. When it gets to stage 4, most cancer patients are told by their oncologist there is no further treatment available that would be successful. And they're told to get their affairs in order, that it won't be long. But survival rate for those who stuck with the diet, the ketogenic diet, for over a year was 55 months, 4.5 years. Now this is pancreatic cancer, fast growing. It's not diagnosed until it's almost stage 4. And now survivors are lasting 55 months, 4.5 years, versus 12 months survival for those who stayed on the diet less than a year. So when you go on the keto diet, don't give up. You may not be eating all your junk food. You may not be eating all your desserts. You may not be eating all your bread or your pasta, but you're eating to survive. And I think everybody should eat to survive, because you can add 10 to 20 years to your life. I saw this happen in my parents. My dad smoked his entire life. Started smoking at 11 years of age, Camel cigarettes, non-filtered, 3 packs a day, and eventually became an alcoholic. His diet was terrible. Never ate for health. Garbage. He died in a very painful way after 55 years of age. My mother took care of herself. She didn't do anything fancy, but took very good care of herself. Did not smoke, did not drink. A glass of wine here or there. But ate good food. And lived to be 98 years of age. Look at the difference between the two, how they make choices to increase their survival rate. My dad died at 55. My mother died at 98. My mother took care of herself. My dad did not take care of himself. Food is powerful medicine. Never forget that. All right, let's get ready for the flu season. How ready can you get? Well, we're going to get you as ready as we can. It's the end of September. That means flu season is almost here. Flu season starts in October. Boy, we already know when it's on the calendar. I'm surprised it's not marked on the calendar. October 1st, flu season starts. I'm sure somebody will put it on their calendar. And it peaks in December and January and runs on through March. Now, to get your immune system ready, don't neglect basic vitamin and minerals, including zinc and selenium. Zinc is a very powerful mineral that supports the thymus gland, which is the gland that controls the immune system. And selenium is a very powerful antiviral, antibacterial mineral. So these two minerals are very, very important for your immune system. Zinc and selenium. About 30 to 50 milligrams of zinc during the flu season daily. And selenium, maybe 200 to 400 micrograms, not milligrams, micrograms, but never exceed 400 micrograms of selenium. That could be a toxic level. There's a very narrow window of safety on selenium. It is critical. We need it. But even if you only got 65 to 75 micrograms would be okay. But if you are under tremendous amount of stress and your immune system is compromised, you want to add more to your selenium and your zinc. And these are critical for the health of our immune system. They're basic foundation for the immune system. There's a lot of herbs around the world that work on the immune system. But if you don't live in those environments, you may not be able to get it. And only because of transportation around the world, we can buy herbs around the world. But what is critical are vitamins and minerals for the immune system. And you may add lactoferrin and propolis. In fact, it would be better if you could find a formulation with lactoferrin with propolis. Lactoferrin is a protein from dairy. It's isolated from milk, which can block the influenza virus from attaching to the cells, preventing infection. Also effective against the common cold virus, the gastrointestinal infection, and upper respiratory tract infection, and the herpes virus. And lactoferrin is not an iron supplement, but it regulates the absorption of iron. That's why it's called lactoferrin. Lacto means milk. Ferrin means iron. So it can help absorb more effectively iron. Iron is very, very difficult to be absorbed. And most times, if you take a very poor quality form of iron, you get a very hard, dry stool. And then you have constipation. Lactoferrin can help both. Antiviral, anti-infection, prevents infections, cures infection. And propolis is a bee product. Bees don't make it. The bees go out and gather it from vegetation, like trees and shrubs and buds and flowers. They bring all these polyphenols into the hive and make a bee glue or a bee putty that they can use to seal up the cracks and crevices to protect their hive from contamination. So it's a bee product, but not made by the bees, but used by the bees like we use supplements to support our immune system. Bees are very clever. And propolis is called a multi-antimicrobial. And lactoferrin is the same. It's a multi-antimicrobial. Kills all forms of pathogens. highly bacterial and antiviral. Destroys bacteria, destroys viruses. Both lactoferrin and propolis do the same thing. So a combination would be very, very powerful. Great studies showing ability to reduce ear infection. For kids, great. Very, very safe for kids. There's no side effects associated with lactoferrin. And the same for propolis. No side effects. And the propolis is so purified that anybody who has allergic reactions to bees will not have to propolis. So for upper respiratory infection, also including for kids, excellent. Use it as a combination. So you can add propolis and lactoferrin together for any kind of infection. Viral infection, bacterial infection, fungal infection. Now, grapeseed extract. Colon cancer. Grapeseed extract stops colon cancer. As I mentioned earlier, the keto diet, along with some of these very powerful anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer herbs available around the world. In fact, researchers estimate that by the time they are diagnosed, about 60% of colon cancer patients already have advanced cancer. The more advanced the cancer, the more chemotherapy that is required or needed to kill the cancer cells. And still it never does. But in a recent study, the opposite was true. For grapeseed extract, the more advanced the cancer, get this, the more advanced the cancer, the less grapeseed that was required to destroy it. One of the challenges for treating colon cancer is that one cancer cell can have up to 11,000 mutations. That means variations. As the cancer advances and metastasizes, the more mutations occur. Grapeseed extract lowers the size and the weight of tumors more effectively than drugs. It could do this by up to 65%. Drugs that were tested with the same plan, the same study, type of study, could only lower the weight and the size of the tumors by 10%. Grapeseed extract by 65%. I highly recommend Dr. Ajay Goyal, Goel, who is the lead PhD in the laboratory at City of Hope Hospital, where they are exploring natural alternatives to inhibit the growth of cancer tumors, cancer cells. He wrote a book on how to stop cancer using all natural compounds. If you ever find this book in a health food store or on Amazon, in fact, I even carry it on my website, terrytalksnutrition.com. Go to the book section and you can buy his book, Dr. Ajay, A-J-A-Y, Ajay Goyal, Goel, How to Stop Cancer. Because grapeseed extract contains many, many, many bioactive compounds, molecules. A drug contains one molecule. It can only work on one pathway. Grapeseed extract and many other natural compounds may contain hundreds, if not thousands, of molecules that can work on multiple pathways, all simultaneously. It's like a pharmacy fighting. And it can target multiple mutations at one time. That's powerful medicine. That's what food is. And that's what dietary supplements can do for you. So you combine the keto diet. If you want to be well, the number one recommendation from my side is adopt the ketogenic diet. And then add various natural compounds like curcumin, like grapeseed extract, melatonin, andrographis, berberine. These are all natural cancer-fighting botanicals with no side effects. No side effects. Drugs kill. They may kill the cancer, but they also kill the individual. And when you add these natural alternatives with the drugs, it makes the drug safer and makes the ability for the drug to be used more effectively at a far, far, far less dosage. So less harm is done to brain cells and liver cells. This is a way to put together a good protocol for a healthy life ahead. These are the things we must do to be healthy. So, my friends, I'm out of time. I wish I could spend more time with you today, but I'll be back next week. Same time, same station. I'll be here for you. I want to just share with you the information. I don't make your choices. I don't tell you what to do. I just give you this information, and you decide what you want to do with it, good or bad. It's your choice. Not my choice. It's your choice. And with that, my friends, say a prayer for this crazy, crazy world. I don't think it's going to get better. Far worse before better. God bless you. God bless you, my friends. And God bless this great country.
Thank you for listening to Terry Talks Nutrition Weekly Show. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform, including Apple, Google, and iHeartRadio.